everybody. This reading is for July 29th and the full moon in Aquarius. So I'm going to do a reading. It's a very, very juicy full moon. I cannot wait for this moon. So much is happening up in the sky. Not to mention Mercury going retrograde, coming direct. I think it's stationed. It has stationed. It will be direct the day before the full moon. Pluto is retrograde, Juno is retrograde, Neptune is retrograde. I think the only guy up in the sky that's going forward right now is Uranus. So crazy time. The nodes are moving. North and south nodes are there. They're moving from Pisces, Virgo into Aquarius, Leo. So this is a really, really cool time. So the eclipses that are coming are not going to be in the Pisces Virgo axis. They're going to be all about Leo and Aquarius, which is really cool because Leo is the airspace that says me, I am, this is how I show up in the world. And Aquarius is the planet of the humanitarian. What are we doing for our community? So it's a really, really cool time right now. So I'm going to do a reading and I'm going to ask what this energy means for us as the collective in honor of Aquarius. And I'm going to ask what this energy means for us as individuals in honor of Leo. And then I'm going to ask how we can best work with this energy. We all need a little bit of help when it comes to that. All right, so my first question, the energy for the collective. So this is the Five of Birds for this particular deck, which is the same as the Five of Swords, an air sign, communication. I'm not surprised to see a sword card or a bird card pull up because it's all about communication. These last 3 weeks, Mercury being retrograde, a ton of miscommunication, a ton of saying what you didn't mean or being interpreted not the way that you meant it. This is the time when you send out an email for one person and it goes to the person that you didn't want it to go to. That is about to end. With Mercury now stationing, it's going to go direct, I think the day before the full moon, so in a couple of days. And things are going to even out a little bit. But for the collective, we're still recovering from this. We've seen our ghosts. We've gone down memory lane. We've chosen to really rethink what's happening. This is the time, retrogrades are time to revisit and look at your plans, at your goals, at how you're doing things. So these are the times, and because of that, there's a lot of confusion and a lot of misunderstanding. So this is the energy at the moment for the collective. And how can we work with that energy? Or sorry, what does that mean for us as individuals? And I pulled the Knower of Rivers. The Knower of Rivers is known as the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups in the Tarot tend to be a little passive. He's your Prince Charming. He's the polite guy who's so sweet. He comes to the rescue. But he's a real sweetheart, real nice guy. But this particular card shows a shaman who was in a cave and did the thinking, did the inner work, and has now come out of that cave, and he's come with gifts. He's got a fish, he's got a snake. These are all symbols of imagination and wisdom. So he's coming out of that cave and he is willing to share. So this is the energy for you as an individual. You are relooking at your value, what you have to offer the world. And with that Mercury going retrograde, you have an awful lot of information to go with. So you're coming out of that cave at the moment and you're trying to see how you can contribute moving forward, how you can be of service, what's important to you, how can you give back. So great energy. energy. And then how can we best work with this energy? Okay, this is the Ten of Cups, and this is probably one of the happiest cards in tarot. And it's the happily ever after card. But what I love about this deck is the continued symbolism. I love the two people that are individuals holding their hands up in the air, but also holding hands. They're a team. They work together, and they're standing on the water's edge, and they're looking at what they've built. And they haven't built it on sand. They've built it strong and firm. The trees around them are all healthy. This did not happen overnight. So this is how to best work with this energy. Look at what you want to build. Look at the structure. Look at putting in the patterns and the behaviors and the rituals, the routines that you need to make change in your life. This is a transformative time. And when I ask people to look at this card, I usually say, what do you see? And it's interesting that many people look at the card and see the arms and they're waving hello. And also many people look at that and say they're waving goodbye. So what do you see when you look in this card? Do you see patterns that you need to let go of and release? Perhaps relationships that you need to let go of? Bad habits? What do you need to say hello to? What do you need to embrace in your life? So this is a lovely card for how to best work with this energy. You have all this information, and what are you going to do with it to build your future? I love that. So the last card is what is the energy, the overall energy of the reading? And it is the Ace of Birds. So the Ace of Birds is another sword card, another communication. It is the beginning. It is the groundwork. It is, it's the start. And that's so cool because this guy is all over the place. A ton of miscommunication, a ton of misunderstandings. And the overall energy is that this will correct itself. We will start over. The owl is probably the wisest of the bird family. It is, it's a hunter. It comes on at night, and you can't hear it coming. Its wings are silent, so its prey doesn't hear it coming until it's already too late. And that's wisdom. Wisdom doesn't announce itself. It creeps up on you slowly. So we're all learning. We're all doing the best we can. So lovely reading for our juicy full moon in Aquarius. I hope this helped. Have a great day. And enjoy the full moon. Take care, everybody.